So this video is sponsored by Pionex, one of the exchanges I use all the time. It's one of the main crypto brokers to Binance, so the volume is very high. The main thing that sets them apart though is that you can use free trading bots, a variety all designed to benefit from different market behaviours, whether that's up, down or sideways. You'll get 20% off all your trading fees for life with my link in the description. And if you join the Telegram, a lot of us already use it, so if you've got questions we can try and help you out. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bepro, one of our favourite shitcoins on the show. Not that this isn't a show, but you know what I mean. And one of the ones that we followed all the way down, right? As it was, as the crash happened, I suppose, and beyond, waiting for a bottom and the bottom to be in, and then getting involved in it and hoping for the best. At the moment, it's actually been a massive underperformer, but recently it's decided to creep back above that 1 cent area of support stroke resistance and going into a nice, well, so far a reasonable uptrend, right? It's not the best thing I've ever seen in the world. Now, there was 3 coins that we were watching all the way down that we were going to get involved in when the bottom had formed. There was Bepro, there was OMI, or OMI, whatever you want to call it, and VRA. And actually, out of the 3, Bepro was the one that made the first moves. And actually, you know, if for those who were to try and catch knives on this, the first move was a modest 448% move thereabouts, right? But I wasn't interested in buying the lows on this one or trying to catch a knife on this. Reason being is that, you know, I'm trying to put, you know, I'm not putting pocket money in this. You know, I'm trying to put serious cash in, right, to get serious cash back. So I do not want to try and catch a knife, because when you put this on the log scale, and now you can see that yes, from the top 2 as opposed to this low, it was only a 95% retrace. This is why I still happy to call it a shitcoin. But if this area did break down further, let's just say that it continued to break down, we go probably all the way down to these areas, which is a further 52%. Worst case scenario, all the way down to the floor, a further 85% retrace. And so from the top to the bottom, that would have been an absolute calamity event, a full-on 99% retrace, which is why it is still, in my opinion, a shitcoin until proven otherwise. And like I say, I can change my mind upon something being a shitcoin, and it's not to do with the project or anything like that. I don't look at projects. I look at, you know, opportunities to make money. That's all I look at. And something like VRA was a shitcoin, and now it's made me a serious amount of cash, and it's relatively strong, trading in an enormous amount of volume. Unlike Bepro, it's not a shitcoin anymore. It's also gone on to make brand new all-time highs, and is probably going to continue to do that for a little while longer. Whereas Bepro is still, you know, scratching around in its own filth down here, waiting to break out. However, saying that, I still think that there is a very strong chance that it will break out and go further. And if we think about the areas of supports to resistances that we're at right now, we're more or less touching this area here where we were being rejected from for a prolonged period of time, right? This is a major resistance area coming in at 1.4 cent, right? I'm pretty confident that this one will, well, maybe not go on to make a new all-time high. We take things level by level, but I'm pretty confident that we're going to make our way up towards the 3 cent zone, so about 2.8 cent zone. I think that's where it's going to go, and I think it will go there quite fast once this area has been reclaimed, retested. But at the moment, if we look at the moving averages here, they are slightly, you know, they are diverging a lot better now, and they're not generally being very well respected. It's a very messy chart, and you get this when something trades low volume. Obviously, this isn't nothing. This is still 5 million, you know, but it's quite low, and this is and it always has been very pumpy and dumpy. You know, there's a lot of buyers and there's a lot of sellers on this one, and so yeah, it might take us a little while longer to break through this 1.5 cent area. But if we look over here and we're thinking about, you know, certain signals that could kick in, and certain elements that of the chart which might offer a nice push up, like some of these Kucoin things that we've been trading, like was it Uno and AI, they've all smashed through sell walls, no problem, done pretty well. And Bepro's, like I say, is still sort of like struggling to breathe down here. We've got a green portion of the cloud, one area here, we've got the cross below the cloud, that's fine. we've got price above the cloud and a Chiku span above the cloud. So hopefully those four components of the Ichimoku cloud should offer us an attempt to break through this area and then hopefully retest it. So that's what Bepro looks like on the daily. Again, we're splitting hairs as to how this is going to work out. On the weekly, we are above all major moving averages with a cross here, but an enormous cloud of resistance here. So it's just not offering us anything of any significance, I'd say. But look at where we're going up here. If we can break above this cloud, if we can moon above here towards the 2.4 cent zone, that's kind of close there to the areas that we measured up over here, and so there is hope, right, that this will start to do moves. Bear in mind, right, I had friends in Bepro, right, and they were trying to get me involved in it. They were talking about a Reddit group, and it sounded very much like a meme coin style FOMO event, right? So I said, absolutely not. No way am I going to get involved in something like that. You're basically gambling. Really, you're waiting to be dumped into, and basically, I think that's what happened. We look at the size of the chart. We look at the size of the money flow index, reaching 96 and beyond on the daily, and worst case, the worst thing you'll ever see on a money flow index is a read of basically 100, which is basically saying if you're still in this right now, you're either an idiot or you've got to get out immediately. This is the top. This is definitely the top. And it proved to be a significant top, and like I say, 95% down from that read. So at the moment we're not like that. We're not overextended like that. We're, like I say, if anything, we're accumulating, I would say, at relatively high levels. From this bouncy. I mean, let's give it benefit. Yeah, someone bought it down here. They had to have done, otherwise it wouldn't have moved. So they're up quite considerably. Even now, they're just short of a 4x. So some people are benefiting from this thus far and doing really well. In fact, outperforming things like Omi, if you were to be the ultimate knife catcher. I still think this has got a lot further to go, but we're pushing up at this resistance, and once this breaks, I would imagine that we do a nice big move. And so from this resistance to the next resistance, it's just short of a 100% move, 94% move versus Tether. So, like I say, we've got to be in it to win it. I'm not a financial advisor. This is a shitcoin, but I still hold a lot of hopium for a coin like this. And another thing I should really bring up is that we're looking over here at this is the total market cap, including Bitcoin. Very bullish. This is on the weekly. You've got a conversion baseline, a continuation of trend with the Chiku span above the cloud, price action also above the cloud. We can draw in a very crude but decent cup in handle, to which we look like we're going to head up towards the 4, maybe 5, maybe even beyond trillion market cap. So there's two very strong bullish things there for the overall market, So that's money entering the market. And we've got a shitcoin like Bepro. It doesn't take a great deal of money to enter something like that for it to start to do big moves. It's the beauty of these Kucoin gems and general shitcoins, it just does not take much money to have significant moves on it. I mean, also have a look over here at the Bitcoin dominance being rejected again so far below the 20 weekly, and this has been a major component to spotting alt strength and weaknesses. So parabolic top and marking the top of this chart over here back in January, and then since we broke down, we got rejection all the way down to the point where we finally bounced. Rejection 20 weekly, had a small rally of Bitcoin strength, especially when we reclaimed it. Support, and now we're getting rejection. So it does look like we're heading back down towards I'd say 40.5% dominant for the Bitcoin dominance chart. That does lend itself to alts continuing to rally, at least in the short term, before we get down to those low levels. And like I say, you marry all those things together, and you can take risks on shitcoins, generally speaking, especially the ones that have had previous volatile uptrends, ones that do show relatively decent signs of strength from its lows. And it's not the worst looking chart in the world. We're just pushing a resistance, and once this breaks, 95% gain. Don't really see too much of an issue. Having some cash anyway in something like this, but respect the fact that this is a shitcoin, and I'm not. There's no disrespect to the project. We're talking about people making money. If you're into projects and blockchains and all the technology and stuff, then I can understand why you take offense to it. If you're into making money, is a different story. And so when I talk about shitcoins, I talk about is it going to make me money or is it going to lose me money? It's definitely lost a lot of people a lot of money, and I'm not interested in losing. So I will call it a shitcoin because of its risk to reward. But at this very stage right now, I think I'm looking to gain more than I'm looking to lose. Bear in mind, I bought this just below a cent, so I mean, I am still up on this one. Actually, it was way below a cent actually. So I don't keep track on it, but I'm definitely still in profit. But yeah, if it starts to go back down to its support of 1 cent again, I might just bail with the profit that I've made on it, to be honest, and might just bail on it. There's other opportunities, more aggressive ones than Bepro, and if it continues to act like a shitcoin, it will be labelled indefinitely a shitcoin, where something like VRA has climbed out of that. It's emerged from its chrysalis, its shitcoin chrysalis, and has turned into something much bigger and much stronger than it was before. We're hoping that Bepro can do that kind of thing. At the moment, like I say, I mean, it is most likely going to be a pump and a dump mechanism to make some quick cash. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't get too upset and offended by the fact that I've called Bepro a shitcoin. I know some of you really hate it, but it's just a load of code basically. That's just with magical internet money, and like I say, you shouldn't really get too attached to it. And I feel, yeah, obviously if you've got it tattooed to your forehead, that's a different story. And yeah, I mean, obviously you might want to continue trolling the channel if you're one of those ones with the tattoos. I get that completely, but if you're not, don't marry a project. Right? Don't marry a coin. It's just a mechanism to make some cash. Just try not to lose it. That's all I'm saying. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.